All right, guys. All right. Morning. We're going to start with a little bit of meditation as always. All right, guys. This 30-day challenge is about wellness. So I'm going to start the guided meditation right now, okay?
First thing, when you wake up in the morning, I'm going to ask you to do the morning meditation. And when you carve out a little time in your precious life to retreat from your environment, you don't have to go to the Himalayas. You could close your eyes and sit in your bedroom. You could sit in your office. And you will decide when to feed it, when to serve it, when to clean it, when to take care of it, but this is the moment where you're not being defined by your environment. This is your moment to not be defined by the needs, cravings, or drives of your body. That loves you so much. Have to rise up to meet it. Okay, now remember the central tube, the central axis, moving from survival to creation. Energy follows awareness. I want you to draw that energy up from your perineum, your lower abdomen, through your chest, your upper abdomen, through your throat to the top of your head. I want you to pull it up there intentionally and hold it. And let it build as an energy. As you exhale, now relax. Again, come on, draw it up all the way to the top of your head, like sucking fluid through a straw, all the way to the top. And hold it with your finger on the top. Hold it. And as you exhale, now relax. Again, I want you to draw it all the way up through your lower body, through your upper body, through your neck, to the top of your head. And hold it at the very top of your head. Energy follows your conscious awareness. And as you exhale, now relax. Again, now draw it up through your lower body, through your upper body, to the top of your head. Intentionally draw it all the way up to the top. And as you exhale, now relax. We're changing energy. Come on, a little bit more now. Come on, give me your best. Draw it up again from your perineum, your lower abdomen. Pull it up all the way to the top of your head. And hold it there. And as you exhale, now relax. Again, draw it up. Come on. Willfully do. All the way up to the top of your head. Pull it all the way to the top. And hold it. As you exhale, now relax. Last one now, come on. Work with me. Draw it up from your lower abdomen, your perineum, up through your upper abdomen, your chest. Pull it all the way up through your throat, your head to the top of your head. And hold it at the very top. And pull it up to the top and hold it. Hold it. And as you exhale, now relax. That your entire head occupies in space, from your ears to your jaw to the tip of your nose, the back of your head, and your brain. Become aware of the volume of space and feel the space that your brain and head is in space. Now, can you become aware?
All right, all right. Good morning, everyone. Give me one sec. Right there. We should be good. You guys should be able to hear me loud and clear. Hey, good morning, good morning. Shout out to Jay Powell yesterday. Shout out to Jay Powell yesterday for the longs on DXY and the shorts, everything else. The shorts, longs yesterday was just super clean. Hey, good morning, brother. All right. Okay, guys, so if you weren't with us on Monday, the sessions after may be kind of confusing, okay? I believe, and I say this almost every call, but I believe Monday, Tuesday sessions, live streams are probably like the most important ones, right? Because they set up the whole week. So if you walk in the middle of the week, you probably were going to have a hard time following everything that I'm saying, okay? But we've been looking for longs into this gap for this current week and for a while, really. And we finally achieved that gap right there. Okay, what that is 105,700. Okay, 105,700. If you guys were here on Monday, you guys remember that level. So we've achieved a weekly objective. We've achieved previous weekly high, which was the daily objective. Okay. And I'm going to take that off the weekly for now. Okay. And so in terms of the weekly moving forward, I don't set another one. It's Thursday already. I won't be setting another one. I will set a daily objective, and that's as far as I really go in terms of like when the weekly is hit. Okay. I do want to see some rejection and start seeing price action start moving towards the downside. There's a lot of liquidity down here that can be taken out, right? Lots and lots of liquidity down here. Give me a second. I don't know why that's yeah, lots and lots of liquidity down there that can be taken out. And so if you look at this range from this low to that high, you know, there's no internal liquidity. It just looks like it's ready for a free fall. Okay, so now the only thing that will tell me if we're free falling is the 1 hour at this point. So if the 1 hour respects this bullish imbalance, we're probably going to end up hitting that top before we come down to the lows. Right, so right now price action's holding off on the hourly, and the hourly will really determine things for us here. I believe we did have news today. I'm not sure. Let me double check. If I'm not mistaken, today was unemployment claims. Yep, it just passed at 8:30. Perfect. Let's look at what that really did. 8:30. Yeah, 8:30 was what got us to our weekly objective. Those news. But yeah, if this bullish 1 hour imbalance holds out, we're just gonna continue pumping. That's really my theory. Pumping towards that high at 105,885 at that level. I do believe we're gonna get to that level fairly soon. Yeah, I would look at 105,880. I do believe we can get there. Necessarily doesn't have to happen today, but the retracement today, I don't know if you guys noticed, but the retracement already kind of took place. I'm not sure what news these were, but these were some insane news. Whatever news they were, it was insane. Just right out the open. Crazy 1 minute candle right there. Yeah, who knows what it was? I'm not sure what that giant wick is for, but if that's a retracement for today, I'll take it. Yeah, I'll take it. So we'll see. For now, we remain bullish towards that upside. If we go bearish, it's just towards the blue boxes, right? Bullish, blue box, or higher end of that blue box. Bearish would be just the higher end of that blue box. That long wick isn't on other data feeds. Yeah, it's an interesting wick, to be honest with you. It's a very interesting wick. I'm actually very surprised to even see it. But yeah, overall, if that doesn't exist, then yeah, this first gap right here, back to the level where we are, accumulating from. Yeah. So in terms of the dollar, yeah, longs just seem more likely. Just understand that we already hit weekly liquidity, so we can get a rejection. Doesn't necessarily mean we have to, but we can. Okay, then we have by the evening the wick was gone. Yeah, it's an interesting wick for sure. I don't know if it will remain there. It's just a 1 minute candle. Kind of absurd for a 1 minute candle, but maybe it's gone, like you said. Maybe it's gone by the end of the day. Either way, the gaps are still here. This balance is still here. This gap is still here. This daily gap is still here. This blue shaded box is still here. So I'm still, regardless of that wick, I still see insufficiencies throughout. That's why my rule of thumb is, even if we trade through imbalances, doesn't make it balanced price action. In terms of the Nasdaq yesterday, man, I really wanted this previous daily high in here, and we just completely dodged that area yesterday. I was really upset. Dow was the only one that actually took out that high and dumped. Nasdaq was the only one that did not take out that high, or was another one that did not take out that high. Excuse me. Give me a second. We started on the wrong time frame. Again, if you don't watch my Monday, Tuesday session, these markups are going to throw you off. Okay? So, again, if you don't understand anything on my chart or something on my chart, Monday, Tuesdays has the highest probability on having it answered, because on Monday, Tuesdays, I start my charts from zero, from fresh. I delete everything. Okay, on a weekly, we are distributing, of course. On the daily, I mean, we've been mentioning shorts for so long, in terms of Dow and Nasdaq, all indices. We've just been mentioning all these shorts because of the XY longs. So now, let's go to Nasdaq. Okay, Nasdaq came down into this gap right here, this gap. So we are in a daily gap, took out the whole daily range. We are in the most discounted area within this entire daily range. We took out the entirety of that range, the entirety. My objective was previous weekly low, and then I believe my objective was, I'll read it right off my things for you guys, so that way you guys can see what I do when my weekly objectives are hit. These are good notes to take. Okay, so when my weekly objectives are hit, I tend to go more off the daily objectives. So for example, my weekly objective for Nasdaq was short, and I was aiming for 15,185, which I believe was this low, 15,185. Yeah, just the high end of that range. And now it did get hit, and obviously we traded way beyond that point. But now it's like, okay, now what do I... Oh no, look, the entirety of that range needs to be taken out for me. There is another gap here. Maybe we trade back into it and then just continue rejecting towards the downside. But overall, I'm still very much bearish. I want to see this entire range get taken out. But yeah, no, I mean, Dow did it yesterday. Dow definitely did it. Let's see. This is S&P. Yeah, Dow did it right here. So Dow did this on the daily, and Nasdaq totally missed that high. So that bearish divergence was super clean. We did mention the bearish divergence on the stream, on FOMC stream yesterday. Whoever was on, you got to see the way that we did that live. But yeah, no, I mean, overall, shorts, more shorts. Okay, we can go long because we are obviously like at extreme discounts, but yeah, I would just be in favor of shorts at the moment. Today's been extremely bearish. Like I said, maybe we get back up. Maybe I want to see what we do. But in terms of more shorts, I just need to get back at least to this imbalance that was created during Asian. Dow, my weekly objective on Dow. Well, on Nasdaq, let's go here. Nasdaq, when my weekly objective is hit, I just guide myself through the daily objectives. My daily objective today would be this imbalance here. I guess not my daily objective. My daily objective is still that double bottom. But for sure, I want to see what happens in that imbalance. So I'm going to mark this out for the daily objective here. Hey, good morning, Drum. Yeah, right there. Daily objective. There's those immediate bottoms. We maybe don't get there today, but overall, that's what I'm looking for. In terms of Dow, who remembers the session in August where we were still trading up into it, or we created this imbalance? Who remembers that session that I did with you guys when we had price action like this? I mentioned that at this moment, I was super bearish on Dow. Given the weekly's bullish, structure is one thing, order flow is completely different. Structure is showing us bullishness, but you need to understand order flow, right? The moment we close below this bullish imbalance, first sign of bearishness. The moment we closed and created this bearish imbalance, bearish order flow. Now, what really supported everything else, coming out of these accumulations, was the fact that every time we came up on this range, the candles closed by respecting the overall area of this range, right? Bodies respect, bodies respect, bodies respecting, right? So that, of course, the bearish imbalance, but the respect of that bearish order flow is a big one. Okay, so weekly objective for Dow, I'll read it right off to you guys, right off my journal. It was, hold on, 34,648. Fuck was that? Oh, it was this one. I believe it's, no, hold on, I have it on my daily. Okay, right there. It was this one right here. So again, we did hit this. 1 second, let me journal it as well. We did hit, I think it was previous weekly low too. Weekly objective hit, clean. I love putting these weekly objectives when they hit. Yeah, no, I mean, it was a clean target. We were expecting shorts overall. So go 4 hour. Look at that. So that's a weekly imbalance right there. Okay, that's a weekly imbalance. I believe, let's go over here. That's that weekly imbalance that I pointed out to you guys. See that weekly imbalance? Okay, look, keep an eye on the low end of that weekly imbalance. Look at where we came to yesterday. We came to a bearish imbalance on the daily. Okay, look at that bearish imbalance on the daily. We came to that low of that bearish imbalance on the weekly. So bearish imbalance on the daily, bearish imbalance on the weekly. previous daily highs or Monday's high, initial high of the week. Right, you guys can see all these areas just being respected. 4-hour insufficiency. So 4-hour imbalance, daily imbalance, weekly imbalance, all being respected. Previous daily high. It was just a beauty of a setup. We are getting some longs out of the opening price here. And who would have guessed it, out of the blue shaded box. Guys, I'm telling you, I'm just marking out magic boxes here. These gaps are no joke. In terms of Dow, for today's objective, I personally just want to see price action. I mean, just this bearish imbalance. I'm not looking for a huge return on everything. Yeah, just this 4-hour imbalance for me. I do like the longs though. They do look attractive. Give me 1 second. Long on Dow, nice. Yeah, I'm not pushing anything as of yet. I don't have anything. Yeah, for the most part, those bullish imbalances or the low end of this range right here, the low end of this bullish, this blue shaded box. In terms of NASDAQ, we are approaching that first blue shaded box that we could get a rejection from. That was really just rejecting back down. DXY not really doing anything here. The 15 minutes bullish on Dow. 1 hour's bearish. These are the only times that I use wick to wick, is when the breaker wick is inside like the body. That's the only times I'll do like a wick to wick. You know, I'm going to take a very low risk because we're bearish. I'm actually not going to take it. Yeah, I'm actually just not going to take it. We're just bearish. Taking a buy right now, for me at least, it's just not. Yeah, I'm not taking this. I know I marked it out, but just know I'm not going to participate. And this can hella play out, by the way. It has high potentials. I'm just more bearish than anything. Oh, we got really close to that high on, the blue shaded box on NASDAQ. S&P is just dropping. actually. Let's go to EU. Sheesh, EU. These shorts were insane. Oh man, the way we respected this imbalance here was just beautiful. Beautiful. We are in a fat ass gap right now in a previous area of accumulation. Fat ass gap. I mean, this is a pretty good gap to go long off of. This range doesn't have liquidity either. Again, like the DXY shorts for me would be ideal. A couple of things need to be met though. This 1 hour needs to close bearish below this imbalance. Like as long as we close below the low of this imbalance, then I'm cool. Like I'm super long. Dow may respect that area still. I'm still just waiting for more evidence on DXY. That's all. Yeah, if this is the reversal on DXY, beautiful. Nasdaq is in our blue shaded box. Okay, so EU looks really good for these longs to continue to go for the rest of the day. We'll see though, right? This is a fat ass gap on the left. It's probably the only reason I'm like in super favor of longs. Super favor of longs. Yeah, you know what? I'm in favor of longs for EU. I'm in huge favor of longs for EU. Back to the daily imbalance. Okay, back to that daily imbalance. There's a lot of points where you can pay yourself beforehand. So many points in which you can pay yourself beforehand. Bearish, right there. That being one of them, right there. That's a gap. Yeah, make sure you guys pay yourselves. This gap. Let's measure the range, right? How about that? We'll measure the range. Right at 50%. And the only thing 50% and above that I see is this. That gap. Two gaps. Right now there's no internal liquidity. So, I mean, if we do pump for today, this range could be taken. Who's in on the EU longs? Nice. Nice. I did see that. It's really nice. Yeah, if we were to get a return back into this imbalance, I mean, I'd be all for it as well. Let's see. GU here on the right. Kind of wanted to see what the 15-minute here looked like. Different, for sure. EU is just it, bro. EU is just it. Just like that. Nasdaq looks like it's gonna short. Doesn't complement what DXY is doing, but Nasdaq looked like it's gonna short because we still haven't taken out the main objective, which is 14,940, the equal lows. I feel like Nas longs after we take out that low would make sense. DXY looks like it's confirming that short for us as well. I'm telling you guys, if we break structure here on DXY, we're taking all this shit back. We're going towards that previous weekly low. In my eyes, okay? In my eyes, we're hitting all the way down here. I could be dead ass wrong, of course, but you guys will know first because everything's recorded. I don't mind being dead ass wrong. I'm getting used to it. I'm not like 100% used to it, but I am getting more used to it. It used to be something I was very uncomfortable with, being wrong in front of people. Fuck. Now it's not that I don't give a fuck or anything like that. Of course, I definitely care. Still, just don't care as much. Just like KT says, you gotta care, but not that much. Right? You gotta care, just not that much. Longs still playing out on Nas. Dow is shorted. Still in that blue shaded box. Maybe Dow wants to take out the low as well. So fairly close to it. Makes sense. Imbalance here on Nasdaq. I like this imbalance because I'm in favor of shorts. I might take this trade from this imbalance here. Let's see if we can find another level of evidence here. Higher high, higher low, higher high. Internal liquidity. Insufficiency. I'm gonna take fuck. I was gonna say I'm gonna take Nas. If we get back to that lower end or 50% of that imbalance, I'll take it. But my heart. If we get to that, interesting. One sec. Let's see what we end up doing here. Could we? I was thinking like, could we come for 9 a.m.'s low? 9 a.m.'s low is over here. Could we come for 9 a.m.'s low? That's my question. Just everything's saying bearishness. You need a little bit more evidence. Yeah, what if we come all the way down here? We close below that bearish imbalance. Nasdaq has this bearish imbalance here. Dow did that thing. I like this imbalance here on the longs for Dow. Okay. Every time I say something, it just seems to immediately explode the other fucking direction. If I say longs, it just goes long super fucking fast from the area. I'm like not quick enough. NAS is the only bullish? Maybe. I don't know. I like this imbalance a lot. Sorry, 1 second. Is this the last day of your 30 days? So this is day 20. This is the 25th day. So we still have a lot of time. I'm ending it on Wednesday. I'm actually gonna end it because day 6 I skipped. I don't know if you guys remember, but on my first day I was super fucking sick. I had the worst cold ever. On the first day I woke up with a cold, and then on the 6th day I was dying. And I dead ass, I remember not remembering what happened that day. Yeah, I remember not remembering what happened that day because I was just so sick. Just took medication and I just don't recall that day much at all. So kind of sucked. But yeah, no, I skipped day 6, so that's why we're going to day 31 instead of the 30 days. So we're going to stop on Wednesday the 27th. Nasdaq, this is the zone where I'd like to see Nasdaq longs. S&P, fuck man, S&P always does some dumb shit like this, like where it doesn't want to take out the low, but that's bearish divergence. I mean, that's bullish divergence right there if I've ever seen it. So in terms of Nasdaq, I am gonna take this guy. Might have to take it off like the 30-second, but I am gonna take it. My blue shaded box is gonna be my stop loss, this bottom one, and I'm gonna take this trade right here, a little bit lower and less risk, because honestly I was done for the week. So see how we touch that blue shaded box one more time, that bottom one. I do think we can move somewhat lower, even below 9 a.m.'s low, honestly, on Nasdaq. Even below 9 a.m.'s low, which is over here, just right here, right there. Should I have called it a day? Perhaps. I mean, called it a week? Yeah, perhaps. Dow is doing some things. It came into this 15-minute breaker. I'm pretty bullish on this, though. I do think that we're going to trade right through this. Nasdaq. I feel like Nasdaq's going to take out that low. Damn. Yeah, well, that's my stop loss right there. I did want it to come to the low end of that box, and then that's it. So that's my stop loss. The $500 trade. I didn't go full risk, just half my original risk. which is $1,000. So we did take out 9 a.m.'s low. I do like that, but I'm gonna wait on Nas. I'm gonna hold it off on Nasdaq. Let's see the XY. And we're gonna wait these 10 minutes out for DXY. Okay? We're gonna wait these 10 minutes out for DXY. And reason is because again, if this accumulation zone gets respected and we close above this imbalance and respect this body with the body, then I'm bullish. If we remain closing below this imbalance on DXY and we close with the body below it, I don't care about if we don't take structure, but if we close with the body below it, then perfect. Still aiming for longs over there. S&P is just going for that low. Dow is got that 15-minute breaker. Just be aware of that. But I just don't see anything within that range slowing this down enough to take it. That low right here, if you are in the shorts. Nasdaq, should have stuck with my original bias on Nasdaq. The double bottom, so close to that double bottom. Take that double bottom out. Nothing else for me as of yet. Just waiting for these. Going short on Dow looks good if the XY. Yeah, Dow looks good in terms of structure wise to continue to drop lower. Yeah, I agree with you. I like this a lot, the way that DXY is going to respect here. So we got another like 6 minutes left. It looks like we're going to respect it. It looks like we're going to respect it. Okay. Yeah, it does feel like we're going to respect here, so I don't know what the fuck happened. There it is. Currently, I see this whole thing as a liquidity. Currently. S&P took the low. Nas hit the equal bottoms. Nas dropped. Yep. I don't know if it's dropping still, but it definitely already dropped. It might continue to drop. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Our bearish initial bias might just end up sticking. Just waiting another like less than 2 minutes. Shorting. This last minute candle is printing. So far, I like this whole area here. And maybe we'll get back up there. Kind of lines up with this one too. Like this OB over here. Yeah. This one. Fuck. It's so fucking funny, dude. It just does it so fast. Alright. Oh, where did it go? I swear I marked it out. This guy and that guy overlap. Yeah, 15-minute imbalance is being respected. 15-minute imbalance is being respected. We may not even get up there. 15-minute imbalance here on the left. It's that initial one that we were looking for potential longs out of. But I was like, nah, too bearish. That one, we're definitely mitigating out of that. I don't believe that we're going to get much higher. But I'll wait in case that we do. You just never know. You never know. Oh, we're so close to that breaker. Almost there. I know we hit it, but I think we're going to hit it deeper. We'll see how this goes. I wouldn't be surprised if this ends up being internal liquidity and takes it out. You know, that can take place, and I will take it, above that area if it does happen. Okay, if that does end up happening, then you know we're part of the internal liquidity, and then I'll take it out of this imbalance here on the left. But personally, I'm in. Magic box. Guess it's the overlap. That's just how I'm seeing this whole thing. Especially if we end up respecting this bearish 15-minute imbalance. And then, of course, final objective is right here. But that's just the way that I see price action right now. Right there. Notice the way we close below the 15-minute imbalance. Then that same 15-minute imbalance, we come into it, mitigate away from it. I'm holding this sucker full volume, and then I'm calling it a week because yesterday was just tremendously good. Honestly, I forgot that I called it a week yesterday. I don't know what the hell I'm doing trading. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. It just looks so good. Like the shorts are just shorting. Yeah. I'm reducing my risk to the original breaker. I honestly thought I was risking like $1,000 there. I hella miscalculated. because I usually take my entries on the 5-minute. So I'm just kind of basing it off that muscle memory. Anyways, do we have any more lows that potentially target on Dow? Yeah, no, we have more areas to target. I do believe that we can get to the low end of this range. So I'm going to target the low end of this range, actually. If we create an imbalance here on the 5-minute, I'll go break even. If we, you know, yeah. But as of right now, nothing yet. Until and even after we take out this low, we can still come back and take out internal liquidity, because we never swept internal. So it's always so much more of like a secure trade when internal liquidity has already been rated. And you know what? Since I've already called it a week, I am gonna go break even. Just because I'm already called it a week. And if this is internal liquidity, I'd rather not lose anything and then be able to risk again. Because otherwise, I'm not trading again. If I were to get like stopped out and take another loss, then yeah. If I get break even, I'm okay with trying it again. But if I take a loss, I'll probably just call it a week, since like originally intended. Yeah, we're just in way discount. Way discount. I would love to see some fucking longs. DXY is just fucking around. Dow looking to take out my entry. Everything looks like it's just gonna start kind of accumulating from here. I mean, yeah, if we go long from here on NASDAQ, that was kind of like the whole idea, but I won't push. I don't know if I'll push another button. Yeah, that looks, it broke me even. Yeah, I don't want to take an unnecessary loss today. I haven't even looked at the comments. NAS is dropping. DXY looks like it's respecting the 1 hour. What do you do after you enter the trade and waiting for the thing to play out? You do nothing. You leave it alone and you walk away. Well, you don't walk away, but you just leave it alone. You leave it alone. If you're doing just the question itself, it just should tell you that it's not the correct thinking. Like, what should you do? Nothing, bro. Just leave it. There's no reason. Like, the way that I see it is, if you took a trade, your confirmations were there, right? And you should trust the trade to play out. But if you took a trade that you're kind of iffy about, then yeah, you're going to wonder what you should do next, because you're unsure of your setup. But if you feel pretty certain about your setup, then yeah, no worries. I think at first it's just figuring out what your ideal like A1 setup is. And then once you figure out what your A1 setups are, it gets so much easier after that, because then you just know what to look for and what to stay away from. You know, anything that doesn't look like that, stay away from it. Anything that looks like it, pull it. Them ones, yeah, bro, they just came right back. It's all good, man. Honestly, yesterday shorts, I definitely should kicking myself in the balls because yesterday I was in Nasdaq. That was the 32nd. Yeah, I was up here. I was in on these. Was it the 32nd? I believe it was the 1 minute, actually. I was like, I don't think I took a 30-second trade yesterday. There it is. Yeah, yesterday I took this short and I TP'd right there. And I mean, shit. Look at that. I definitely would not be trading today, I think, if I would have held that. I think it's just the fact that I didn't catch that is why I'm looking for a trade today, to see if I can catch some of it. It's hurting my feelings. If Dow takes out this high, I'm gonna go short. Not if Dow takes out the high. When Dow takes out that high, I'm gonna go short. Here. Stop loss above this imbalance right here. And I'd be aiming for the same low. And this is my last trade of the day. Very, very last. My response time is so delayed. I don't know why. I play video games where I feel like my response time should be a lot better than that. I don't know. There we go. That's a good risk. I feel like, yeah, 100%. I feel like if my response time should be a lot faster than that with how much video games I play. I believe that, DXY can go long from here, and so that's why my long was supported with this bias that I determined on DXY for the longs. Nasdaq shorts. Yeah, I mean, like I said, we could accumulate. These aren't the highest probability shorts. If we take me out, we take me out. Not the highest probability shorts, though, for sure. I can agree with a lot of you. For those of you who are kind of looking at it like, I don't know about that, you're right. 100%, I feel that. Reflexes as fast as your invite. That's so funny. EU bouncing off that 15-minute FEG. Oh, it is. Beautiful. Oh, fuck DXY. That thing's gonna pump. Yeah, whatever. I'm done for the week, guys. That was like $1,000 that I could have definitely spent on doing dumb shit this weekend. Just kidding. No, I would have definitely tried to invest it into something. I invest a lot of my I would say like 10% of my withdrawals go to back to investments, long-term investment portfolio. But yeah, whatever. It's fucking DXY, man. EU longs. And I didn't take EU, unfortunately. Yeah, I took that EU. I bet you did. Here I am fucking taking the wrong one. Yeah, but so originally my bias this morning was short, then I went long, then back to short. That really tells me that I don't see things clear enough and I should just stay away. But yeah, no, today I'm calling it a day, guys. It is what it is. EU longs ended up popping off. Whoever took that, I mean, yeah. This one has a really good risk to reward as well. This is exactly how I would just take it. Breaker. The overlap of that breaker and imbalance. Stop loss below the low of the imbalance. To this high. Just like that. I wouldn't take it any further. I would just literally call my whole week. Go break even and call it good. That's exactly how I would run it. I'm kicking myself in the balls for the fucking short, for the long on Dow. I said I would long NASDAQ as long as it took out the lows. I don't know why the hell I didn't stick with my bias, but it is what it is. It happens. DXY ends up shorting, and I don't know. Guess I was wrong. Let's see. What did I put for this? Yeah, see, I don't know what the hell I'm thinking after my daily bias. I noticed that too. Like sometimes there's a very distinct disconnection between the moment that I set my daily bias to the moment when I take the fucking trade. Sometimes I'm super aligned and super in sync with myself, and then sometimes I'm just like, what did I say again? What was it? There are the longs. I fumbled it. All good though. It's barely 10. Call it a day, Bash. Call it a day. Yeah, I'm gonna call it a day. A week. Let's see. I'm thinking the same. If I do make some money out of this, definitely going some towards investing. Yeah. Yeah, 100%. I always invest in yourself. Like this week's profits are 100% going towards, yeah, like bills and stuff, right? Like take care of the bills. But I've been looking at some editing software for a while. I've been eyeballing it, some Adobe or some Premiere Pro, and so just investing back into myself. It doesn't necessarily have to be like into investments, like the general understanding of investments, but it can be towards an self-investment. Yeah. The rest of the year, I'm just definitely investing on my setup, my office space. These fucking longs. That 4-hour imbalance is up here, the one we mentioned earlier today. Oh, okay, let's see. You're not alone. You're not alone in what? Getting stopped out today? It's alright, guys. It's alright. I'm down like 0.3%. In the overall scheme of things, just 0.3%. It's all good. Man. These longs, though, they were pretty clean. Just looking at them now. We managed accordingly for sure. Emotional damage. No emotional damage, yeah. No emotional damage, my guy. Leave that stuff, emotions, somewhere else. Not the charts, though. Not the charts. Imbalance here. Could give a nice re-entry for some more continuations towards this immediate high. Nasdaq is probably the only one that's having trouble longing though. My trigger finger's like aching. I was like over that buy button for so long. Just hovering over that buy button for so long right here. This is how I take my re-entries. But my rule is if I'm not in the trade itself, like I don't take the re-entries. Unless they give out really good risk to reward, but this one's not giving it. Yeah. Oh, my fucking heart. DXY, my fucking heart. DXY did some fuckery on that imbalance. It definitely did. It juked me. Hella did it juke. Because I bet EU... I don't even want to look at EU from that fucking 50-minute imbalance. Oh my god. I bet it's fucking flying. Boom. Take profit. Let's go. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm gonna stay away. I don't think the longs will hold, and I don't think the longs will hold that long. I believe we can probably still make it down lower. On terms of, yeah, I still believe in the shorts, guys. I'm still in favor of the shorts. Main reason is because we are here. We have taken out slim liquidity. We have taken out the lows, right? I mean, we came into two very strong levels of support. So, maybe I'm not saying DXY is just going to turn around, go high, and create a new higher high. Not at all. But this small, slight ass retracement could be what takes us lower one more time. So I'm gonna just stay away from it. 9 AM got taken here. Has not been taken here. And has not been taken here. Again, bearish divergence. Remember yesterday. 9 AM taken on Dow. 9 AM not taken on S&P. 9 AM not taken on Nasdaq. Remember how it was yesterday. Monday's high got only taken by Dow. Very similar situation. The same scenario, different time frames. Same scenario, exact same scenario though. There's nothing different about this one. This was like my day yesterday. Damn. I'm sorry to hear that. Yesterday was just one of my favorite days. Out of September, probably yesterday was my favorite. Even though I took a little bit too much trades, I enjoyed it a lot. It was fun. It was sweaty, but it was definitely GG's. Definitely GG's. Let's see. Emotional damage. No, wait. This was like from yesterday. Yep. Emotional damage. Nope. Rocket ship next to rocket ship emoji next to EU. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, good shit, bro. I'm glad that you caught that. Good stuff, man. Good timing. It was definitely the one to go for. S&P, like I said, guys, I'm just like looking at this bearish divergence, and I personally see more lows one more time. I just never seen one tap into an area and then call it good type of thing. You know what I mean? I never ever seen one area being good and then that's it. Oh look, our imbalance. Bro, I'm glad I fought that ache, right? Like, oh, I almost bought that shit. I did. My wife is laughing at me next to me, but it's true. I almost bought that shit. I like had the biggest FOMO of my life. Yeah, so from here, I'm looking at this blue shaded box one more time. But yeah, divergence is nuts. Divergence is dumb for reals. It goes dumb for sure. Like that divergence yesterday was, oh, man, that risk to reward went dumb. Whoever was in that, I'm just fucking proud of you. Just know that. I know I saw Matthew from the top twice. So from the top and then like a 1 minute imbalance and a 1 hour imbalance. I was like, God damn. Oh no, I guess it was a 15-minute imbalance. 15-minute imbalance was his first entry, and then like a 1 minute redistro in there. Fucking filthy. Here's an internal liquidity here. 9 a.m.'s high. And then you have imbalances. And then you can just look at this internal liquidity because, you know, it's still kind of bearish. And this is like the magnet that we're attracted to right now. Nasdaq. Anyways, I'm not pushing any more buttons. I gotta fight the urge. But I'm not walking away from the charts either just because I got clapped. That's probably like the worst thing you can do is after you get clapped, you go take a walk. Fuck. Just, you know, tough it up, man. Tough it up. It's not like the fucking end of the world. Tough it up, you know. Stick by the charts. The charts aren't doing anything to you. You're just doing it to yourself. Yesterday was wild. Yep. On to the next. Yeah, bro. Yeah, on to the next. Fucking EU. I get really happy when things I don't take end up playing out, but other people took it. Like, that's a dub for me, too. Sorry. Let's see. Yeah, and just everything's kind of doing its thing. DXY falling some more. So now let's look at DXY. If DXY ends up distributing from here, there's nothing, guys, nothing from this low to this high that will stop it. Unless today we some fucking how magically go all the way 50% and below, create the low of the day, and then and only then with the low of the day over here can we sweep that previous daily low and then go long. So until that takes place here, I'm looking at the entirety of this range getting taken out. So if we stay 50% and above today, I'm just looking for some nice, like, straight through FOMC, straight through all of FOMC price action. Okay, so really this is a really good defining moment because, again, that weekly imbalance to me looks very attractive, and I do believe that we can make it all the way down there. As long as we don't create some internal liquidity. Create an internal liquidity, then I'd still be somewhat bullish, but yeah, we'll go over all FOMC plays on the weekend for sure. I was gonna do it today, but then I'm just like, if I do it, if I do it today, I won't have shit to talk about on the weekend. So we're not gonna do it today. Still respecting this bearish imbalance. The longs make sense, guys. The longs make sense, but maybe they just don't want to long it. Yeah, EU was a nice masterpiece right there. Boom. It's just a very low probability area for me to be throwing more at it, you know. 1K was enough. Out of 300,000, 1K was enough. How much is that? I think like 0.33%. Right? If I'm not mistaken. I could be dead ass wrong. Sorry, 1 second. Just grinding my herbs. Just grinding the herbs. Yeah, just about. Hey, I was about to herb it myself. That's so funny. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like some post-session activities. everybody drinking their tea or what? Just kidding, nah. Fucking with y'all. Nah, yeah, I'm gonna some post-session activities. No, so what I do is like I'll roll up and then I'll just fill out my journal, and then after, as long as I don't have any one-on-ones, which I honestly forgot to check. I know I have 2 one-on-ones, but as long as I don't have like my day stacked with with too many one-on-ones, like I'll do it. But yeah, probably not going to. I only have like an hour window, so probably not going to myself, but yeah. Post trading spliff. Oh, you know what? Actually, I do have time. Yeah, I just need like I have to have my 2-hour window of clarity before my one-on-ones. But yeah, I know that post session spliff is always nice. But anyways, there's a 1-minute FEG on Dow, might pop up. Yeah, I do believe that we can go higher as well. It's definitely very probable, but I'm gonna trust this bearish divergence and say that they're just gonna struggle. Like, it's gonna struggle to get up there. Like, bearish divergence doesn't necessarily indicate dumps, but it can just indicate weakness. You know what I mean? It can simply indicate weakness or strength, you know. And this is just an indication for me that it's weakness. So I'm not saying we're gonna just short and dump for the rest of the day, but it's just weak right now, and it's something I prefer not to be a part of, because they should be strong as fuck, flying, popping off. I mean, going to the next higher high, and they're not, you know? They're just looking for new opportunities to go lower. So there's a lot of weakness in the market. I'm not going to go long anymore. I should have just stuck with my short, and that's it. But it's okay, because I am going to go journal after this for a good, like, 30 minutes. Do you guys... Okay, so you guys journal your trades and everything. Cool, but what about, like, writing? Do we have any writers here? Do we have any writers? Man, I've been writing, and my hand cramps up so hard. So I've been thinking about typing instead. But there's just something about writing, like handwriting, that's so different. Because I tried just writing by typing, you know? What my goal one day is to release a book, right? And I just writing now. And so I handwrite. I used to handwrite a lot, but lately I started more typing. And I can't tell you guys that it's my favorite. There's just something about handwriting. Let's say like a prayer a day that you really want to reflect on, stuff like that, that it just feels so much better to handwrite it. Like a goal. It makes it more meaningful. Yeah, 100%. EU entry made me pass my phase 1. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Drop some 7s for my boy. The EU longs are longing. Good stuff, bro. Good stuff. Happy for you. Super, super happy for you. Yeah, writing things down by hand, it just makes everything so much more meaningful. That's so, yeah, like whoever just passed their phase 1, if you guys still haven't passed your phase 1, you guys must gotta be happier for our guy right here. You guys gotta be as happy as you would for yourself. That's all I gotta say. Be as content as you would for yourself. If you pass your phase 1, if you pass your challenge, be just as happy for this individual that they're doing that. You can embody other people's success. The people around you it's an energy. Even though we're all just on a group chat, even though we're all like behind the camera, behind the phone, behind the device, like I'm telling you guys, energy is still there. Like energy is very powerful. Energy's transfers, right? Like this is a huge, you guys got to look at it as a huge exchange of energy. And you can feel like envy, you can feel jealousy, you can feel all of these things, anger, regret. All of these are very low vibrational feelings, and I would tell you guys, one of the best things that I've ever done in my life is celebrate the people around me like it was my own success. Celebrate everyone around me like it was my own, because honestly, bro, like that's so powerful. Phase 1 is just the start, right? It's just the start, and I want you to know that we're super happy and proud of you as a community, not just as an individual, but you know, you have this whole community behind you that's super happy and sending you lots of waves of peace, love, abundance, and creativity. So guys, we are gonna wrap it up right there. I mean, it's been a beautiful session. The longs, I fumbled it. I mean, there's nothing else to say about that. I fumbled the EU, shorted Nasdaq, I think, or Dow, and then it is what it is. It's just one of those trades that didn't want to give it. So I'm glad that we didn't keep going, though. Of course, I'm really happy. Actually, did I take a trade over here? Yeah, I did. I did keep going, but I'm glad I closed both of them. All right, DXY. What did it do? I forgot what the word I said. It juked me. I think I said that. Yeah, definitely got juked by DXY. It's all good. The longs, in terms of the longs, these 4-hour imbalances just resting right above just make the most sense. Dow hit it already. We could hit that top one. But in terms of longs, I was just looking at previous areas of distribution, no further. If we even get there, just be aware of that. There's a lot of weakness in the market. So EU, in terms of EU, I know that some people are in EU, but I was looking at that daily imbalance again. But first, that blue shaded box 50%, then you got this blue shaded box, and then you have like the entirety of the range. But for me, it's just like that daily imbalance here makes a lot of sense. But yeah, whoever caught that, good shit, man. Took out the low of the week, or the low, almost the low of last week. Definitely took out Monday's low. Here it is. Yeah, we took out the low of the week, into the gap, and away from the gap we go. That imbalance up there. Nasdaq is in this imbalance here, but I'm looking at that imbalance up there. So kind of above these, like into these equal highs or relative highs right here. Okay. Good stuff. I'm going to share with you guys my notes too for today. So my notes for DXY is if we've hit my my major liquidity or objective of the week, I'm going to start waiting now the reversal and see if we get the reversal. Usually your weekly objectives, daily objective may turn around the day, but the weekly objectives usually turn the whole week around, right? Or give that nice reversal for the week. So one big note that I'm going to take down is weekly objectives, like what to do post weekly objectives getting hit. And a big one is going to be for allowing price action to develop enough to see whether it's going to reverse or continue. Because again, your dailies may turn a day around, the session around, but your weekly objectives will usually turn a whole fucking day around. As long as you got the correct one. I mean, you guys are looking at it live. We didn't pick a high. We didn't pick anything other than a simple monthly gap. And so a big note that I'm taking down is for reversals, right? When weekly objectives get hit, if they get hit, what to anticipate, right? And it's potential reversals. And maybe on those days where your weekly objective gets hit before the session even starts, I mean, you should probably give it a little bit more time. So I'm actually going to journal that right here with you guys. Because I think it's a good notes to take for moving forward. I love collecting data. So post weekly objective hit, anticipate a retracement or a rejection that may start a retracement. I definitely need more data in terms of that. I definitely need more data. So every time my weekly objective gets hit really early or earlier on and in a day of a session, maybe that is a pretty good indicator that we can reverse from those areas. Nah, EU was it today. So whoever caught EU, shout out to you guys. And yeah, take notes. I'm taking notes. We're learning here every day together. We'll keep it super transparent with you guys. But yeah, I mean, happy Thursday for everyone who's been tuning in all week. And if you haven't, you know, the recordings are available for everyone always throughout this playlist, the 30-day playlist. And we're going to be going till next Wednesday. So less than a week, less than 7 days left, 6 days left in our challenge. 6 days left. So beautiful, guys. Love you guys. Take care. I want you guys to clap easy, trade responsibly. Don't overdo it, right? Don't overexert yourself. Don't over leverage yourself, right? I want you guys to really enjoy. Whoever got profits this week, go enjoy them. Drop some sevens for yourself if you made some profits this week. And if you did, go enjoy them. Like, don't risk them some more. Pull it out. You know, pay yourself. It's the end of the week. Pay yourselves. Well, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pay myself. Pay the trader. And yeah. Really wish I would have called it a day yesterday. But I'm super grateful for today. Because if I wouldn't have traded today, maybe I wouldn't have gotten as good of notes as I would have if I would have just called it a week. You know what I mean? So there's a reason why everything happens. Yeah. Everything happens for a reason. So with that, love you guys. Thank you guys for all your continuous support. And yeah, man, we'll talk to you guys soon, all right? Or I'll talk to you guys tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern, for our last session of the week. I love Fridays, so make sure you guys show up, all right? All right, guys. Be safe. Yo, shout out EU, all right? Shout out EU. But yeah, I'd be just out of that. Yeah. Shout out to EU, but personally, I'd be just out of that. Whoever bagged it, bagged it. Whoever didn't, didn't. We'll move on to the next. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.